Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Cartere from growonyoutube.com, teaching you how to be better. And in this video, I am going to be talking about the new trailer, The Walking Dead Season 8 first look trailer, and I'm going to be explaining the end scene. Now, first off, I'm just going to give you the facts. I'm just gonna give you the information onto whether the end scene confirms that maybe Rick was in a coma this whole time and maybe it's a dream, and then I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoiler territory. So I'm warning you now, but I will let you know when I'm gonna get into the spoilers, because I believe that spoiling something for someone is probably the worst thing ever. I like people to enjoy entertainment for what it was supposed to be. So in the end scene of the trailer, let me just watch it back right now. It fades out from the title sequence, and then we see a cane, a walking cane, and then it transitions into a shot of Rick, and he's considerably older. And some people's theories, if you scroll down on the trailer main page or the trailer video, you can see that some people believe that this confirms that Rick was in a coma this whole time and it's all been a dream, blah blah blah. That is not the case. This is actually a reference to a plot point or a change in the comics, which actually comes after the battle with Negan. It has nothing to do with him being in a coma. He is just waking up and we're having a time lapse. Basically, we're having a time lapse. It's gonna go forward in the future. Now that's the end of my non-spoiler part. That's all I can really tell you. I'm gonna try and not get into any real deep spoilers, because I don't want to hurt the experience of the show for you, and I don't want to ruin what's the surprises of what's going to come into the future. But basically, this is a reference to the issue or volume 22, A New Beginning, which is the 22nd volume in the Walking Dead comics. And in this issue, we actually have a time lapse 2 years from the defeat of Negan. And well, obviously you knew they were going to defeat Negan. Did you think Negan was going to win? I don't think that's a big spoiler. But 2 years after the defeat of Negan, basically the communities, I think Alexandra and I don't remember what the other one is, the one that Maggie's dealing with right about now. I haven't read the comics or watched the series in a very long time, so my memory on what the certain names are leaves a lot to be desired. But you know the communities I'm talking about: the Kingdom, the one Maggie's over, the one the Sanctuary, and Alexandra. Those are prospering, and basically civilization is kind of recognizable again. The goals that Rick set forth trying to achieve kind of coming to fruition, and we start off from this path, and then we're introduced into new threats and whatnot. And that's basically as much as I can tell you. Rick's leg, it was damaged in the fight with Negan. That is why he is using a walking cane. To be honest, Rick's arm is also gone in the comics. I don't believe that is going to occur in the series. That's why I'm telling it to you. But it leaves him at a very bad disadvantage in fights and that sort of shit, when he's got one busted leg and one hand. So I didn't think they were gonna go this route with the series. I was very surprised to see this actually be there. I was very intrigued to see where they would go, because basically the way the TV series and the comic series has been working is they've been following the major plot points of the comic series, but with different characters. They've some characters have died in the show that haven't died in the comic books. Some people have died in the comic books that haven't died in the show. They've basically taken some traits of certain characters and given them to others, and that's basically the way they've been working. they've basically, as I've said, they've been following the main plot points, but they've had deviations and had certain additions just for the show. So I didn't know whether they were going to impair Rick, because it seemed like they really didn't want to get rid of his hand in order to impair him that way. So I didn't think that they'd get rid of his leg, but I think that he'll be more mobile than he was in the comics. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. I think this means that we will probably continue down the path of the comics and get the Whispers, I believe that's what they're called, which is a great villain. That was a great arc. I actually haven't finished the arc. I think there's a few comics have come out that I haven't actually read because they come out from month to month, and I've been so busy doing other stuff. But now that I know that it's gonna come in the series, I'm gonna be even more excited to read those volumes and those chapters and see what's going on, see the climax of the Whispers arc. But I am really excited to see it go down this path and to see that they're not just gonna do the Negan stuff and then completely just move on to something else. But no, this has nothing to do with Rick being in a coma. I hope I've clarified that for you guys. I really suggest you read the comics because it's really, really interesting. If you like the series, as I really do, then you'll like the comics as well, because it's from a different, like, they go to the same places, but they take different routes to get there, and there's different characters and whatnot. So you're still surprised with the deaths and different circumstances and that sort of stuff. So I'd really suggest reading the comics, but obviously you don't have to. And I hope you guys like this video. This is a bit different from my usual videos or the stuff that I've been releasing over the past couple months. But this is a weekend video. I was just playing some Persona 4 in that, and you know, I saw this trailer and I couldn't stop myself from wanting to talk about it. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, let me just make a video. But I do want to talk about series that I really like. Maybe I'll do some more trailer reactions and reviews and more like trailer predictions and that sort of stuff. If you guys want it, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, on the weekends, I'll just fling out videos that I feel like doing, I guess. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with you.